So what is going on, everyone? Fernando Silva here with another video, and today we got an interesting one. So I've been watching a lot of, living room tour setups, home tour setups, apartment tour setups, and I wanted to create my own because most of the time whenever I'm interacting with everybody on camera, all you see is my desk setup behind me, right? And this is pretty much where I spend most of my day, I'll be honest. But I did want to show off our living room setup when it comes to, post-work, whenever we're hanging out, whenever we're having dinner, and show off all the tech that I also use in the house. And just for reference, I'm only going to go over the living room, but we are in a 2-story apartment that's around 13 or 1400 square feet. So if everybody wants to see some sort of apartment tour to see exactly what you get for your money here in Tampa, I'd be more than happy to do that and also show off all the tech around the entire house. But for this video, we're going to go over exactly what's in the living room, from the furniture to the tech to the lighting to everything on there, including the paint on the walls. But let's get right into it and go over this living room tour, everybody. But without further ado, let's get started with the living room tour. So obviously, we're gonna have to start with the tech in the living room because this is a tech channel. And the main centerpiece is our Samsung 65-inch N-Series TV that is from 2018. So that was our first big purchase when moving into our first apartment, and it is the best tech purchase, at least for the living room, that we've had so far, right? It's a great TV, it's very, very snappy. The Samsung UI is my favorite UI. For example, we bought a cheap Hisense TV for the bedroom, a 50-inch, and the Hisense TV is the worst, especially compared to Samsung. Now I know that we spent only $250 on it compared to I think $800 or $900 for the Samsung TV, but still the Google UI is terrible. The Hisense TV can't seem to really keep up with all the buttons that I'm pressing, and it's a terrible experience. Like, I want to throw that TV in the garbage. But the Samsung TV, on the other hand, has been amazing and has gotten better over time because they've added Apple TV Plus, they've added Disney Plus, they continue to do software updates, and it's just been a great thing to have as a centerpiece of the living room, because that's where we really consume all our post-work content, right? A lot of YouTube, Netflix, a lot of Marvel movies, and I love it there. So that TV is actually being held up by a third-party Amazon stand. And the reason I had to do that is because at my previous apartment, we actually hung the TV on the wall and ended up losing the stand that came with the Samsung TV. So I had to go off and buy a $40 Amazon, proprietary stand to hold it up. And that's been working well. And for 40 bucks, it's hard to complain. It's very sturdy, moves around. So I wish it was hung up on the wall, but for now, is perfect. And then that's sitting on an IKEA TV stand. That, again, was also $40. I'm a big IKEA fan because it's minimal, it's cheap, it's to the point, it's practical, and also I like the aesthetic of IKEA. Sitting on that stand, and then underneath that stand, we actually have our consoles. So I have all three, generation before consoles. So I have the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One S. I've slowly transitioned more into the PlayStation side because I have a lot more friends that have been playing Madden on there, but for the most part, I don't play too many video games. The video games that I play exclusively are Madden and 2K. I don't really play any shooters on there, so if anything, I play more shooting games on the iPad Pro just to kind of show it off. But those are my consoles, and if I were to choose one right this moment, I'd probably go with the PlayStation 4. And the reason I haven't upgraded to the other ones is because, again, I don't play enough video games to justify that price. I play like 1 or 2 games a week, depending on what's going on and how busy I am. So those are the consoles that we choose. Sitting on top of the TV stand, right in front of the TV itself, is our actual Samsung speaker. And that came with a subwoofer as well. So I didn't think it was gonna make that big of a difference compared to the TV speakers, but it makes a world of difference. And that wasn't even an expensive one. I think that's the one that we got for about $130. You can go crazy with them. You can spend $200, $300, $400, up to like $800 on a really good set of on a really good soundbar and bass set. But we went with a Samsung one because it connected easily, quickly, and it gave us a decent, upgrade of sound compared to the TV speakers. So that's pretty much everything that is around the TV. That's all the tech right there. And then if I keep going to the right of the TV, we have this kind of light shelf thing that we got from Amazon. It's great to have there for aesthetics. We put a couple photos on there, and then there's actually a Hue smart light plugged into there, which I'm glad that it works because not every single light that we've ordered from Amazon works with Hue lights, but it does work there, so I can change the color to whatever we want, set the mood, dim it to like 50% if we're watching a movie at night, and it's nice to have there as almost like a little night light, essentially kind of tucked away in that little nook. And then honestly, right down on the bottom is our dog's little playpen with all his toys that he just kind of picks at all day and takes stuff out that we end up having to pick up after him. So it's like having a freaking child. So I'd say that's like one section, the main section of the living room. And then if we continue on, we just have one plug that has a couple USB ports in there, 3 AC adapters in there, and anybody can kind of just charge up their phone. That's why it's there whenever they're sitting on the couch. And then if we keep moving forward or keep moving around, then we get to the couch itself. So this couch is a sectional couch from IKEA. We actually got this about 2 years ago, and what I love about the sectional couches is that the idea is to kind of expand as you start moving to different places, right? So the first apartment we had was a 1-bedroom apartment. It wouldn't have fit that entire sectional couch, so we bought a fewer sections. And then when we moved to a bigger spot, we just, instead of buying a whole new couch, all we had to do was buy an extra section from IKEA and just kind of almost plug and play like a little puzzle piece. And again, that's where we hang out all the time, right? All the time we're on that couch, especially post work hours when we're watching our Netflix, watching our Marvel movies, things like that. So the sectional couch does get a lot of use. And then in front of the sectional couch, we have a little round coffee table. That one's not from IKEA. I believe that one's from Wayfair or somewhere along those lines. And it just works well because we do tend to have a lot of our meals in front of the TV on the couch. So just having that little coffee table to lean on when we're eating is a must. And then underneath, we just have a couple of aesthetic books just to kind of have it pleasing to the eye. And then if we keep going above the couch, it's actually what my wife put together, a nice little wall of some art, some paintings, some shelves, and it's wonderful. And she even put a little Goku poster up there if you guys can notice that one, which is very, very cool. So that is the actual living room. That's the living room space itself. Like I said, the bottom floor of the apartment does extend past the living room to the kitchen and the dining area. So if you guys do want to see a full tour of the apartment, let me know, because I would be more than happy to do that, because I do want people to know, you know, what your money gets you down here in Florida versus, let's say, in the Northeast or in San Francisco or in Chicago, because your money does go a lot farther down here. And I've witnessed it and experienced it firsthand coming from the Northeast, coming from the New York area. But all in all, I love our living room. The TV is amazing. I highly recommend if you're gonna go and make a big TV purchase, go with Samsung or go with LG. Don't skimp out and go with a Hisense or something cheaper. Even Vizio is still good. I would consider Vizio on par with that, but the Samsung UI is very, very snappy. Like I said, we don't even need a separate TV box because A, we don't use cable, we use YouTube TV for our cable, and then all the applications that I would need from a streaming service standpoint are on the Samsung TV, and they keep getting added and keep getting updated. So Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Apple Plus TV, even things like Crunchyroll are on there. The one that it's missing, and I'm sure it'll come eventually, is Peacock TV. Not that I'm a member of Peacock TV, but I do like the free version of it. It allows me to watch a little bit of Parks and Rec and The Office, even with the free version. So I do want them to bring Peacock TV, the application, to the Samsung TV, but I'm sure that'll come eventually. But that's pretty much gonna do for this video. Like I said, let me know in the comments below exactly how you guys use your living room. Do you eat there? Do you just watch TV there? Do you even have a TV there? What do you guys use your living room for? I'm curious to know. And like I said, if you guys do wanna see a whole apartment tour, please comment down below. The more likes, the more comments, the more likely I am to make that video. But that's gonna do for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.